Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 3. This is the part of the course where people start to overthink things and act like this course is going to be harder than it is, but I guarantee you everything you need to do for today you can accomplish very quickly. First, let's take a look at what we're actually doing with lesson 3. We are starting to plan a website. We've got some web design vocabulary right here. We have a PowerPoint if you prefer that format. But we're going to start by going through and talking about what is it that we're trying to do in software development. With a website, what we're trying to do is design something that will meet our objectives. In programming, we often refer to this as being the analysis phase or the requirements phase. So we're going to think of our requirements for a website. There are 2 chapters that will go through basically all these vocabulary in more detail. And then we've got 2 kind of simple assignments for today. We've got a discussion assignment where we are going to answer some questions about the objectives that we have for our website. And we have a wireframing and sitemap assignment. Both of these assignments start with coming into lessons and scrolling down and seeing the final project. What we're going to build is a simple portfolio website. Occasionally I get questions where people say, okay, what is a portfolio website? It's a website that introduces you, introduces yourself, or introduces products and things that you want to build. We're going to want to stay away from building an actual commercial website right now. You can offer services and things like that. I've had some people do nail salons, but we're not going to learn any JavaScript or any programming languages that would allow us to hook up a shopping cart or anything like that. So building a commercial website might feel unsatisfying at the end. We're going to build a 4 to 5 page individual portfolio website. We're going to lay out some pages, put some basic images and content on it. We're going to upload it and share it with other people, and that's it. It doesn't need to look spectacular. It doesn't need to look amazing right now. The point of this is to kind of go through the flow of how we can design things, figure out whether you like source code, figure out whether you like working in software development. If you don't, that's fine. Hopefully your major is not programming. If you're in IT or if you're in data analysis, maybe you get through here and say, I don't like this at all. And that's fine. Maybe you get through and say, hey, I would like to take more classes on this. That would be great. But this is a simple introduction website about you or professional portfolio website showing off your skills, talents, and abilities. So let's go back to lesson 3 and look what we are doing today. We're going to answer some questions about what we're going to build, what are we going to try and do, who is our target audience, who are the people that we want to reach. Are we reaching out to other students? Are we reaching out to professional in similar jobs as us? Are we trying to get hired? Are we looking at hiring managers? What are we trying to accomplish? And then how would we describe that person? If the person that we want to reach, are they an older person? Are they better educated? And we use that to think about some of the content that we might want to have on our website. So we're going to suggest content areas. And by content areas, I mean you're going to say, okay, well, I need at least a page about my resume. I need at least a page about my photography skills. I would like to show existing assignments. So we're going to describe what it is we think that target audience might want to see in order to accomplish the goals of our website. Once we've started thinking about all that, we are going to be able to start wireframing and building sitemaps of our website. This is the part that sounds hard, but I assure you that it isn't. So, I am going to actually take you through a real life example that I've been working on recently. It's not even finished yet, to show you kind of what this might look like in reality. I'm going to do the site map and the wireframe with you guys watching and show you kind of the results that we've aimed for. My sister is a director and writer out in Hollywood. She has made many short films and is working on a feature-length film that's coming out soon. And she is trying to get her website up to date. So what she showed me is a basic format that she liked. Somebody else's website. What she did is she Googled things like director's website, director portfolio, filmography, personal filmography, and looked at what other people do that is like what she wanted. And she decided she wanted a really simple, minimalistic website. Now, the advantage she has is she already has a ton of content that she wants to show off. And so she's made a list down here, which hopefully you can see. All the tabs in the spreadsheet she sent me are pages she expects, or at least areas she expects to have in her final website. This is the content she's want organized. How does she know that? Well, she figured out what her categories were going to be. She figured out what she wanted the site feeling to look like. And she made a list of the movies that she had created and the work that she's done that she wants to show off to other people. With that simple list, we can come over here into something as easy as 3D Paint. And we can say this is going to be home. I can do this on a piece of paper and take a picture of it. It would be absolutely fine. Then home is going to have features, and then there's going to be shorts, and then there's going to be branded content, and there's going to be about and press. And then we can go through and label all these. Features, shorts, branded, and then I'll do about and press. Now the feature is only going to have one movie in it. She's got multiple shorts. Actually, she's got 7 shorts that she wants me to link to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we make a box on this map for everything that we're going to do. And then branded content, I don't remember how many there were. 4 or 5. Branded content, and we just make a box for it. That's our site map. We can tell what pages we're supposed to have and how they're supposed to work together. We can draw all the links between all these pages if we want it to be really detailed. We don't have to go way out of our way. The idea is to help visualize. Okay, if I have a landing page and I have these 4 main pages and then I have a bunch of individual pages, what does all this look like? That is the site map. How does it work together? What do I plan on doing? Now, in my case, I've got this handy dandy spreadsheet. So I could turn, if I did it like this, I could turn this in and say, okay, this is my site map. I could also, on each page, oh, it's not going to let me do my drawing here. I could also apparently my computer's wigging out on me, so I'll have to do it. I was just gonna put a drawing right in here. Let's put one in Word instead. I could come over to Word and say, okay, main pages, and that's gonna be home, and that's gonna be shorts, branded. They're all gonna look like this one thing. And then I'm gonna just insert some shapes in here. And I'm going to say they're going to be one big page. And that is my whole big page. At the top, she wants having fun with drawing. Apparently I didn't click out of the first one before I went to the second one. So that's my first one. And then she wants a heading up at the top. And so maybe I'll do that in word art. Oops, I didn't want to actually turn that into word art. See, it's easier. It's easier just to draw it. But if we insert some word art and say, my sister, Michelle Steffes, and she'll come up with a font for me. I want that to be right here. Underneath that, I want there to be a menu. Menu, 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 menu. I want underneath that, all she wants is some images. So I'm going to copy and paste those, and she wants it kind of like, why is this doing that? Boom, boom, boom. And I say that's what she wants her main pages to look like. And we'll go ahead and say down at the bottom, she wants something that has social media links in it. And that's roughly what her page is going to look like. So I have now, looking at this, I have the list of actual content here and the way that content is supposed to be arranged here. Then I scroll down and I come down here and make sure I'm after window. I think we all know how fun and fickle Word can be with word art. So I can make a new page. If I can get this to come down here after my word art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and select all of this and group it together if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, I can't. It's being a pain on me. That's not letting me group. Anyway, I'll mess with that later. I could save that as its own thing, or I can figure out how to come back down here and eventually, if I keep messing with this, and get them all locked into place. Clicking on the fixed position in place in the hope that it'll be better. I usually come in and just draw these on paint, but I was trying to be clever and slick and show you how easy it was. Got to be, there we go, finally. And then we just do it again, come down here and insert another page break. Nice. Gotta put all this stuff back over here. And then come back over here and say individual feature pages. And then I'm just going to put many, but normally I'd list off the pages that I have here and draw more shapes right here and say, okay, each one of these is going to look like this, and then there's going to be, this one's going to be more simple. I'm going to say it's still going to have the same, it's going to have the same heading on the top, so I have uniform pages. It's going to have the same menu, but instead of a big thing, it's going to have a large video right here. Under the video, it's going to have a text box right here with descriptions or something. Turn off that fill. Put a description right there. And then anything else that it needs. I could have potentially multiple blocks underneath here, so on and so forth. And that's it. This is called a wireframe because it's just the boxes that show you what the design is supposed to look like, what it is we're trying to accomplish. And we have a plan to put this content onto web pages like this. And here's what it looks like so far. Let me see which window it's going to open into. Let me show you this. This is not quite the font she wants. I'm going to fix it. There's a menu that goes across the bottom, but you see it's just an ultra modern, minimalistic design. When you mouse over, you get a menu that pops up. Feature film doesn't have, there's only one feature film. Short films, there's many. And then she's got GIFs that are playing. GIFs that are playing. And then our social media down here at the bottom. Our individual one, see there's that big box right here. This is going to be a scrolling thing right here. I haven't put that in for her yet. Then we have her description and her design statement. And all this is only slightly more difficult with a little bit more effort than you will learn at the middle of this course. Some of the design layout stuff is a little bit past this course, but you can see it's black and white. There's a little bit of blue on there for pop. There are individual images, and everything is just sized and labeled with fonts and organized. That's more or less what we're going to learn how to do in this course, but we don't even need to come this far. If we had content with some paragraphs on it, like on her About Me page, this could be like one of our pages looks like at the end. Just a big headline, a menu, and some paragraphs of content. So just think about what you want to tell the world, and don't worry about how perfect it is, whether you're doing everything exactly right or exactly how you wanted it to be. We are just practicing going through the steps and trying to get something to show up on the screen.